she listens to it one day, maybe. Right, I said I had a piece that's associated with Dunsaney Castle, where you won't be, you've got to be driving past with the guns out the window. Damn you for not letting us have the tour. So,
It's for the next year.
right, there's a...
We have to come back now.
That's definitely, you definitely have something that's really worth saying.
I'm sure he's out, but you always have to come back.
Definitely. Porrick's very clever. When he brings people on the tours, he tells them about all sorts of things, and then they say, well, oh, can we see that? I will see that the next time. And that gets them back up the following week. But anyway, a few years ago, my sister Blahin arranged for us to do a tour of Dunsaney Castle. And it's quite near the Hill of Tara, isn't it? Yeah. And so we went down anyway, and we met this remarkable lady, the then Lady Dunsaney, who was alive and running the castle. And so she gave us a tour personally. It was a small little thing, but a remarkable woman. And as I walk around, she's telling us all these stories. Her late husband was the 20th Lord Dunsaney, and he was an incredible artist. The castle was full of his art, which is really worth seeing, not to mention all the rest of their fabulous art collection. And then she was telling stories, Vladimir Putin writes to me all the time, and okay. And Donald Trump, he asked me to design a hotel for him, and CIA asked me to do that. And so when somebody tells you that thing, you're going to see a little bit. And then we go into a drawing room, and there's all these cards, hand drawn by Vladimir Putin of himself and his feud over here. A dear Lady Day, I'm hoping to arrange a visit to Ireland at some stage. If I do, I'd be happy to come down and see you. And we go into another room, and there's a photograph of Donald Trump and Melania with his arm around her. So it was all true, everything she said. Brilliant. So when we got down to their library, they had a little piano in the corner. So whenever I see a piano, I'm like a heroin addict. I start trying to say, oh, you have a piano? I said, I propose music, could I play a piece on the piano? So I played this next piece that I'm going to play for you. And when I'm playing, I go off into a zone. I'm not even aware of people listening. So as I came to the last few notes anyway, I look up, and there she is in floods of tears. And she says, oh my God, she says, I wanted to be an opera singer. I was trained to be an opera singer, and when my father died, I had to turn my back on music, and I lost it. So you're after giving it back to me, and whatever. So that was, as I said, I've never made a halfpenny from my music, but moments like that are worth their weight in gold. And one other thing, I don't know whether it's the 19th or the 18th, so her father-in-law, her grandfather-in-law, was a really famous science fantasy author with loads of books to his name, and all the great science fiction and science fantasy writers like Tolkien and H.G. Wells all credited him with being a huge inspiration for what they did. And she was telling us that the Mexican director, de Torres, he won an Oscar for The Shape of Water, you saw that movie, was coming over because he wanted to make a movie called Lord Before the Rings, about the 19th or the 18th Lord Dunsaney. So after in the library, and she's in floods of tears, she says, when Torres comes in September, you have to come and play for him. I'll insist on it. Your music will be perfect for the movie. And I always get my way. I was thinking, what? this could be opportunity knocks. But in the meantime, COVID came, so the visit never arrived. And then early in the following year, we read that Lady Dunsaney had passed away from what was stated to be by COVID. It was a lovely memory. Opportunity. So the piece I'm going to play is actually one more small story. I do too much talking for Irish. Saint Oliver Plunkett, whose head is in a reliquary in Drogheda Cathedral, just up the road. The reliquary was made by my uncle, famous artist Paddy McElroy, by the way, connection to the Diarmuid. But Saint Oliver Plunkett was a member of the family. They're the oldest Norman family still around today. They came over with what's his name, Clare, the first Norman lord that came to Ireland. And but a member of the family managed, when Cromwell sacked and came to Louth, he was taken prisoner and he was taken over to the Tower of London. And a female relative managed to get in to see him the night before he was to be executed. He was going to be hung down and quartered. And she managed to smuggle out his spectacles, his rosary beads and his prayer book. And they still have them in the castle. And I said, wow, talk about first class relic, and you don't get any more first class. And the very rosary beads he prayed on every day. So my mother, had she been alive, would have absolutely felt she'd won the lottery 50 million times over by being able to touch the rosary beads of St. Oliver Columbus. And anyway, the piece is called When I Was 17.